Okay, students, in this video, we will be looking at how do we separate our wastes from the water system so that, the water bodies do not get polluted. So it's a section on your Jacaranda book, and I'm going to just read this, and please make sure you listen to this properly. You can make notes. Let's get started.
Lesson 6.8 Separating Our Waste. Learning Intention. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to describe how human wastewater is treated and how materials in household waste are separated to be recycled. 6.8.1 Wastewater Treatment. Figure 6.34. The S-bend trap in the toilet fills with clean water to prevent smelly gases from the sewerage traveling back into the house. Flush pipe. To the sewerage drain S-bend trap. Every time you flush the toilet, have a shower, wash the dishes or your clothes, or even clean your teeth, the wastewater travels into an underground sewerage system. This usually passes through an S-bend trap before passing into the sewerage system, as shown in figure 6.34. The wastewater is a mixture of human body waste flushed down the toilet, detergent, dirt, toothpaste, food scraps, and other materials washed down the drains. The mixture, which is mostly water, is called sewage. If you live in a major city, the sewage in the drain under your house flows into a larger drain under your street and travels through the sewerage system to a treatment plant. The wastewater needs to be treated before it can be returned to the environment. The design of treatment plants normally involves consultation between your state or territory government, engineers, scientists including biologists and environmental scientists, and local community groups. In country centers, treatment plants are usually located on the edge of the town. If there is no local treatment plant, the wastewater flows into a personal sewage treatment system, a septic tank buried in the backyard, as shown in figure 6.35. Sewerage. The system of drains and pipes that takes sewage away from a property. Sewage, a mixture of water and substances that flow from laundries, bathrooms, kitchens, and toilets. Septic tank, a sewage treatment system placed underground in backyards of houses not connected to town sewage treatment plants. Plants. A septic tank contains bacteria that break down the sewage. A thick, smelly sludge is formed. The sludge sinks to the bottom of the tank and clear water flows out into the surrounding area. The sludge needs to be removed from time to time. Figure 6.35. A typical septic tank system, where bacteria breaks down the sewage. House sewer.
So guys, as explained here, the sewage is basically mostly water, but it also has the other, byproducts from the toilet. It's got dirt, detergent, the sewerage system, everything. And then it spoke about the septic tank. I'm going to show you a picture if you can see. So that's your house, and then the sewer goes in a septic tank, and you can see there's a clear zone, there's a sludge which settles at the bottom, and the scum. So that's, it goes out. The sludge has to be removed from time to time. So a septic tank contains bacteria which breaks down the sewage, right? So make sure you pause the video here, check this diagram, and look how your water, wastewater is treated, okay? Now we look at the next process, which is the separation process. How do you separate the, the dirty, bacteria, dirt, grit, how do they break down and how are they separated from the water?
Melbourne water. What is sewage? 6.8.2 The separation process. Suspended hanging, not falling or sinking floatable substances that are less dense than water so can float on water. Wastewater contains suspended solids such as bacteria, grit and dirt, as well as some larger items that do not break down easily and may have washed or been flushed down drains. It also contains many dissolved substances. When the wastewater arrives at the sewage treatment plant for primary treatment, it passes through a screen, a wire mesh filter, that removes the larger items. The sewage then flows into settling tanks where it is kept for about 2 hours. In the settling tanks, suspended solids settle to form a sediment, and floatables such as oil and plastic collect on top of the sewage and are removed. Figure 6.36 The lagoon system at Melbourne Water's Western Treatment Plant in Werribee. The watery part of the sewage flows from the settling tank into secondary treatment. This wastewater still contains dissolved substances and bacteria. Secondary treatment takes place by filtering the water through soil and grass or by storing it in a series of 1-meter deep lagoons for 2 to 4 months. The bacteria in the wastewater break down the dissolved substances to purify the water further. In the lagoons, sedimentation also takes place. The treated water looks clear, but it is still not safe to drink. The advanced lagoon sewage treatment system shown in figure 6.36 is part of Melbourne Water's Western Treatment Plant in Werribee, which covers 11,000 hectares in area. Some of this treated water is recycled and used for agriculture, horticulture, and other applications. Pollution from the sewerage system. There are many materials that should not be tipped down kitchen, bathroom, laundry, or school laboratory sinks. The treated water is eventually released into the sea, but there are many substances that the sewerage system is not designed to treat. Such substances include chemicals such as oven cleaners and insect sprays that are poisonous substances like fat and oil that don't dissolve in water. These substances can eventually find their way to the sea, polluting it and killing or harming animals, plants, and other living things, such as algae, that live there. Substances like these should be saved for collection by local councils. Small objects such as cotton buds and tampons should not be flushed down the toilet because they can block the filters at treatment plants. These objects can be put out with other household garbage. This is also the case with paper towels, tissues, and baby wipes, which do not break down as toilet paper does. The effect of flushing these objects was seen during the coronavirus pandemic in 2020, when a shortage of toilet paper meant baby wipes and tissues were used and flushed instead. This led to significant plumbing and sewerage issues caused by blockages from these items.
So we've looked at the separation process and the pollution from the sewerage system. And then it talks about the last thing, which is play it safe. The best policy at home is to avoid putting anything solid or oily down the sink that you may suspect may be poisonous or harmful. Some things that can go down the sink at home are drain cleaners, window cleaners, kitchen and bathroom cleaners, disinfectants, but not something which is very poisonous, okay? Then recycling to reduce waste. So I request you to pause the video here and read this information just for the general knowledge, why recycling is important. This is a picture of a recycling plant. Sorry, I wish I could just turn it around. Maybe I'll show you this in the class. And that's pretty much it. So in this section, we just spoke about the how we separate our waste, the wastewater treatment. Please make sure you look at this diagram properly, and then the separation process. Okay, thank you.